Are you positive? Are we live?
I think so, but let me see if.
It says live. One person.
Oh, so somebody's watching.
Somebody. Please, we've trying to.
Yeah, there we go. It popped up.
It is working?
Yeah. Yeah, it's working.
Yay!
Cool. We have real internet. Real internet. And a real webcam. And now you can see all of the shit instead of just our faces.
Here, let's just do this. Is that better? More. Why am I? I'm on that side, so I'm.
I think
everything's completely flipped. Ah, yes. That's what we need to do.
There we go.
All right. Well, we're a little late, obviously, due to technical difficulties. Can everybody hear us? Well, can you two hear us?
Yeah. Oh, we lost one.
Okay. Can you hear us? The other guy left. He's like, these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing.
One of them might have been me. But
Fred said, about time you all showed.
Okay,
Yeah, I
go.
get it.
Okay. Ferd and Greg are in there. Okay. So
All right. Ferd, Greg, Jeffrey. All right. Everybody's in. So I'm talking about, baby.
Cool. So yeah, we'll let a few more people gather now that we're a few minutes late. But
Ferd says good video, good sound. So we are webcam.
yeah, we're in the first version of actually having real internet and webcam again.
So we finally got the internet because you guys have, what do you call it? You've understood the long battle we've had with Comcast and all that stuff, but we finally got it together. Comcast came through, got everything hooked up, so we're good to go.
Yes.
And we just tried to, it was funny because I just was on YouTube trying to get set up. We just slid in here, of course, at the last second because that's how shit gets done. Yeah. So that's why we're a couple minutes late. But we're trying to get it on YouTube, and the YouTube's telling us to use software or something. So we went back over to StreamYard.
I was not aware that you had to now. I guess I always thought it was optional, but now it looks like it's more of a have to if you're not using your phone or something. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Ryan. There's the man right there. He's the guy that put it all together.
Hey, Ryan.
It's getting hot as fuck in this room. Well,
it is.
There goes the monetization. We're screwed.
2 minutes. I think we're okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Otherwise
not that we're monetized yet anyway. So.
Yeah. We're getting there. All right. Ben Coombs is in here. What's going on, buddy? Ryan is here. Ryan has made all this possible for all you people.
Let's see. I wonder if there's a way we can make us small and the chat big.
I don't know. We could ask Coombs. Coombs, is there a way to make the chat big and for us to be small?
Yeah, just so you know, we are in StreamYard.
We're in Stream. Oh, probably one of that shit.
One of these, yeah.
I don't know. Click a button. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Good.
Okay. That was not helpful. Yeah, probably don't want to do picture-in-picture.
Close tip. What? What kind of message is that? That's kind of nice, though. I mean, it's nice having all the shit in one spot.
Well, it is, and what's nice is, I think now we can actually...
just do a draggy
Well, I think now we can actually do that so that, it'll show.
So
we finally have
this. We actually have technology working for us in this shit. This is cool. Hey, Jake's here.
Well, there's Jake.
He's like, I'm outside. Open the door.
Yeah, there's Jake. Yeah, see, cool. We can finally can actually pull up the questions as we're talking about them.
Once we actually get to understand what we're doing.
Yeah, we're one step towards civilization.
Be very, very afraid. You should be afraid. Because now we can invite people on. We can have guest stars.
Yeah.
This could be what was the thing back in the day? Battle of the Network Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Start
having a battle of the YouTube stars. Yeah.
Look at Vola Guitars is here. Yes, I love technology. Yeah, me too, man. When the shit
when it actually works.
When it finally comes through and works. It's only been, a year and a half? Just about a year?
Yeah, actually, speaking of which.
Almost a year and a half that we finally got this.
Yeah, I'm going to run a speed test just so I can see what we actually have here.
Don't disappoint yourself.
We'll see. Really? Is it bad? Really?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, but I just don't know what your expectation is, so
we'll see.
I want to make sure we're setting the expectations.
Well, oddly, and I guess maybe I shouldn't say, but oddly, the internet that I'm supposed to have at home is double what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, don't tell them though, because they'll charge you.
Yeah, we're just doing a quick speed test because I actually have not been in the building since we've had internet until today. Okay, that's yeah.
No, that's plenty.
Yeah.
We got plenty.
Yeah,
We're going to be streaming like crazy. And now that we can understand what's going on here, we got little name bits. And we can pop out things, and we could add. We could even do commercials, right?
We could, yeah. Once we actually get such things. Oh yeah, we should.
Head on over to your local Dunkin' Donuts. Get yourself a watered down coffee and an over-sugared donut. Thank you. This segment was sponsored by Dunkin' Goddamn Donuts. I'm starving, by the way. All right, what else? Who else we got in here? Bring on Metalhead Hippie? I think we will one of these days. Ben Coombs said his uncle was actually on one of those shows.
Oh, really?
Battle of the Network
That's
Stars.
funny.
Probably the Canadian version. Whatever that is.
Yeah, there's no fun word in that name to make Canadian. Like, it doesn't have a bout or anything in it.
The boot. Carpet the bathroom, then do the path next week. We're doing carpeting tomorrow. Starting. Okay, so I was surprised the hologram.
It's actually a good idea from Greg.
Selling pedal on reverb. Yeah, he doesn't.
That's basically what we're gonna do, Greg. By the way, for the volt, making. I mean, it'll be our personal dive bar, I guess.
Yeah, that's basically the plan. Is to. This is going to be a room that we're going to hang out probably fairly often.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cool. It looks like shit right now. It really looks like we're just.
Well, you know,
really
what's funny is you guys have no idea.
Like,
it didn't even change that much. It's really just the angle of having a camera that's actually up there now. But it is kind of funny.
I'm sorry for eating in front of you guys. I haven't eaten.
Yeah, literally, none of us have. Yeah, I didn't eat all day either. Well, this morning I did. But
nobody's eating, and we decided that donuts.
Yeah, was the way to curb it.
Yeah, donuts is the healthiest way for us to satiate. Mm-hmm.
So Ben says he thinks it's at least double his. I don't know what Ben's speed is. It looks like we're at about 90 download and about 16 upload. So I will take that because that is way better than what we've had. So,
well, the fact that it actually works.
Yes.
The fact that it will be consistent and we won't get dropped out will be excellent. Yeah. So my IT guy, which is a friend of ours, came in yesterday, got us all hooked up. So everything's connected. So it's connected with the cameras and all that stuff too. So looking pretty good. Yeah, excited about that because what we're going to do is, as we go, as you guys know, we're going to be at the Legacy shop for the remainder of the year. It's just going to be easier that way. So we're going to try to do some stuff here though when we get an opportunity. Yeah. Next week I'm going to be working on this room and trying to get it a little bit more together. This week has been a bit of a tough week. A lot of stuff. I've been sick. I'm still a bit sick. I know that the donuts aren't.
It's for the soul.
These are chicken donuts.
Yeah, chicken donuts. Yeah,
these are chicken donuts.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore, well, if everything tastes like chickens, then I guess there's probably a chicken donut out there somewhere.
So, hopefully the chicken soup donuts will help me get through the cold. So we had that. It's been a busy week. It was a sad week too. Should I tell them? Should I say something or no?
I may as well. I mean, since we missed the stream, there was a lot of shit going on this week. But
so, pretty sad week for me, personally. So, me and Dylan have been working this fucking shop for what? 9 years?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's going on 9 now. Yeah,
about 9 years. And so, any of you guys that have followed the Instagram. Or Facebook or any of that, you know that we have shop dogs.
Yes.
So Dylan has Ziggy that's at the store. I don't know if you guys have met Marley.
Yeah, Marley is Sam's dog.
Marley, Sam's dog. Sam's our tech. But before that, we had Seamus.
Yes.
Who I miss tremendously.
Yeah, I miss
Seamus was Dylan's corgi, and he was an amazing little fella.
He really was.
With a big voice for a wee little lad. He was
well, the way he used to harass customers for attention.
He would
not take no for an answer.
He was a funny little guy. And we lost him a few years ago. And unfortunately, on Monday, we lost the original shop dog, my Australian Shepherd, Angie. Unfortunately, she passed away on Monday, and it's been bit of a rough week. She was 17 and a half years old, and she was just the best little fur ball ever. She was the original.
She was an incredibly smart dog.
Smart dog.
Yeah.
And she was the original shop dog at the first place, our first warehouse. She was there a lot because it was mostly me, and we didn't have a lot of customers. So she was there a lot. When we moved to this location we're in, earlier she was there more often. But then once I got my other dog, Dave, I didn't bring her in as much, and because she's hyper, and she never sits down.
Yeah.
And then the last few years, I brought her in maybe
you were bringing her. Yeah, I was gonna say you were bringing her in a little bit more, even though she was having a bit of a hard time getting around. But it was still good. Well, I think part of it too was like it was twofold. It was like good for her, but she also kind of overdid it sometimes too. She wasn't, like you said, she wasn't really good at like taking breaks. Whereas like Marley and Ziggs they'll go, and then they just kind of plop over and take a good nap for a minute, and then they come back.
She was one never to stop. So being an Australian Shepherd, she always had a lot of energy. So when she was at the shop, if I even made the motion like I was moving, she was up. And that wasn't bad when she was younger.
Yeah.
To be running around the store and all that stuff. But as she got older, her hips got a little bit worse, and I felt bad.
Yeah.
Because if I brought her to work, even the last time I brought her to the shop,
she tried really hard. That was like the thing. She tried a little too hard, like harder than her, her little body.
Her little body could handle.
Yeah.
And her legs were starting to get old, bad hips and stuff. 17 and a half years old.
I mean, which is amazing.
What an amazing run that I had. How blessed I am to have, my soul dog with me for that long. We've gone through a lot of ups and downs, good stuff, cross country trips. But yeah, like the last time I brought her to the shop, she was wiped the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because she just didn't stop. She'd get up, I get up, she's moving, running back. Hey, customer guy, do you want to buy that strat? That's a nice strat. It's good for you.
Yeah.
So after that one, it was just like, she was knocked out for a while after that one. Yeah. So anyway, a bit of a sad week at the shop, at least for me and Dylan. The other guys knew her, but didn't know her as well as us. Dylan baby dogged her.
Yeah.
Doggy sat for her a number of times when I went out of town and stuff like that. So a little bit of a sad day at the at Flipside, but we'll have a picture of her. I already planned this out for Seamus.
Yeah.
So I already planned on having a nice picture of Seamus at the new shop as our, in loving memory.
Yeah.
So now, unfortunately, we have to add another picture to that wall.
Yeah.
But, everybody loved her, and she was a great dog, and I got to just think about all the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's still kind of hitting me a bit. So,
well, yeah,
this week's a little tough.
Yeah.
And my other dog, Dave, he's like, I don't know, he has got no idea what the fuck's going on. So,
right. Well, yeah, and I mean, she was the only dog that he got along with too. So
yeah, because
that's kind of tough too.
He's kind of a prick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
he's really not.
I was just say, yeah, and I don't want to say comes by it naturally because that sounds wrong. His upbringing, his first year or two or whatever, before you had him, like he only could have gone that way, really, with the way.
Yeah.
He was being outside so much. So it's like I think Dave actually turned out remarkably well considering how he started out his life.
Oh, yeah. From the time I got him to now, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, Angie probably actually does have a lot to do with that too. Yeah.
She made him calm down and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's a good dog too. Dave's a good guy. We'll bring him in here too. I plan on bringing him in a little bit more often. Because here we can at least contain him.
Right. Yeah, and there's more space here.
Yeah. In the shop, he's great with people. Dave's great with people. He just doesn't like other dogs. So I think what we might have to do is put a little sign up at the front door. Dave is working today. Please ask before your dog comes in because he'll eat.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ziggy only has a problem with like the little ones. I think it's like you know, if you're not above a certain height, he doesn't regard it as like a real dog, I think.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
Go away, little critter. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at with today. Yeah, kind of shitty, but
yeah.
You know, so I thank you everybody that has sent condolences. You know, I appreciate it. It's tough. It's amazing how much they have your heart. You know, it really is, and how such an integral part of your life. It's crazy.
Well, that and yeah, it's I don't know, because I mean, there's certain things with Seamus like I still think about every day, and it's hard not to, because like, you know, I'm sure it's the same way with people, but there's something about dogs, like especially when I don't know, like I've always just, especially with dogs, like they're always there for you in a way that like sometimes people can't be, and so it's just that's the hardest part to like lose out is like that particular connection, because especially too, like you said, sometimes you have, you know, like a one-off connection with certain dogs. It's just like people, you get along with certain dogs, you bond with them more than you do, and it's the same way with people, but it's just those things that remind you are what makes it so rough in the beginning.
Oh, it's that unconditional it's that unconditional love.
Yeah.
That like even when you're having the worst fucking day, they're like they have no idea that you're having a shitty day, and they're just like, let me just sniff your butt. You know, like let me just say hello.
Yeah.
You know, they're happy to see you, and it's just amazing. You know how much that they can bring the temperature down from you for you.
Well, yeah, there's like I can't remember,
like, and then you're like
Well, yeah, because they don't, you know, they don't do anything, and it is something about like the innocence of dogs too. Because like when you go home, it is like they do kind of help you shed a lot of your frustrations of the day.
Yeah, and they don't give a shit about but there's no excuse. And they cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're having a bad day. Well, let me love up on you a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and they make you feel better.
Yeah.
At least most of them do. The intuitive ones do.
Yes.
Angie did. Dave doesn't necessarily, but he's surprised me, that little guy.
Well, I've noticed, at least in my experience with dogs so far, I do feel like female dogs are a little more in tune with, like, especially with emotions. Although it depends, because I have noticed even with now, you know, because even though Ziggy's only half corgi, he is also very kind of emotionally kind of in sync. And I noticed Seamus always was too, about like always watching the eyes for kind of cues of like how you're feeling and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, we
all right, what do we got?
Yeah, if we got any questions, or if you guys got anything in particular you guys want to talk about.
We didn't mean, you know,
well, I was
not trying to bring everybody down, but I just we're giving you guys an update of what's going on around here too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's going to happen again at some point, and you know, but we got our in memoriam.
Yes.
Little wall. We'll have that set up.
Yeah.
That'll be good. So at least they'll be here watching us.
Right.
Take, you know, salesman of the year, Seamus. So all right. Other than that, man, this.
I know. I was gonna say it got hot in here.
It's hot in here. I'm gonna go turn this shit down.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. I'm gonna take this other donut too. I'll be right back. Still want to talk to you about some shit.
Yeah, it looked like Brad Guitar Miller joined the chat. So hey, Brad. I was actually just looking at your your card aluminum holders this morning. Although I was thinking, I don't know if you do those personally, but if you do, we need an Explorer one. Obviously for obvious reasons, but I was noticing because it looked like there was a Jazzmaster. I think you gave Ike a Telly one a while back. There was a Strat one and a Les Paul one. So the Explorer should be the next model. All right. Looks like Jacob and the Ghost actually has a question. So, what's your favorite new pedal release and why is it the Life pedal? That is a good question. That one is actually pretty damn sweet. I gotta say though, this week, if I had to give like a number 2 spot or even like an equal to in terms of surprise, was the Twin 12 pedal from Jackson Audio. I don't know if you guys checked that one out, but all the guys honestly at the shop were probably going to have to just do an order just for the dudes at the shop, because like Jake loved it, Goots loved it, I think Gordo loved it, James really liked it, and then we ended up selling out of the ones we had pretty much immediately. So I'm sure all the dudes will end up with one of those at some point. But yeah, if you guys haven't tried the live pedal, or if you guys only remember the live pedal from like the previous release, this new one is actually pretty cool because it lets you, not only can you blend the octave, but you can actually turn the octave on individually now, which is actually pretty nice. So that way you don't have to actually just get over and like turn it to actually turn it on. You can actually just click it on, which is, I thought was actually a pretty huge upgrade versus the like most recent one, not like the first version, but. Okay, and then yeah, follow up. So Brad said he did do a V, but not an Explorer. He said he will get with R&D and we'll get it. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, Explorer ones. You know, just throwing it out there. I know I would want one. Oh yeah, Ben. So yeah, Ben says he has the Telly one. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Brad does these really.
Say yeah, we don't have any here.
Yeah, we don't have one here. They're at the old shop right now, but they're basically these card holders.
The Legacy shop.
The Legacy shop, yeah. But they're these card holders that are cut out of like solid aluminum, and they're kind of, I don't know, I think they're about that big. But yeah, each one has like I said, there was a Telly one, a Strat one, a Les Paul one, and like I said, I don't know if Brad does them himself or if he just has them made. He can probably tell us here in a minute, but they're really cool. So if you guys need like business card holders, or actually, you know what would be cool, Brad, is if you do that stuff and you do have an in with your R&D department, a pedal holder for us. Like if we could get a pedal holder with like the flip side, either logo or like the top, but something so we could cradle a pedal for when we're gonna do like, you know, videos here. I think it'd be pretty cool to have like a little like pedal cradle, and even, you know, I think all we'd really need is just kind of like a felt kind of edge to it, just so it didn't scratch anything. But that would really be the only big difference. Obviously, a size difference maybe, but.
And we can always talk to you to put together a prototype.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool.
That would actually sound. That sounds pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty sweet. Okay, so yeah, so Ben says he's been asking for a pedal holder for a while. So yeah, so it looks like there's a few people that would obviously like some of that. Oh yeah, so Jacob was getting back to us about the twin. Yeah, I was gonna say the aesthetic. It surprised me how big that pedal was. Like,
yeah, it was bigger than I thought it was gonna be as well.
Yeah, it was like.
I mean, it wasn't that.
I know it felt like it.
You're
was.
Like, yeah, it's no, it wasn't that.
No, but it was like it was
the
big.
Same, it's about the size of the life pedal.
Well, yeah, it was bigger than any of the Strymon pedals. I'll at least say that. Yeah,
no,
it wasn't as long, but it was thicker.
Not as big.
It was thicker than all the It was thicker than the big Strymon pedals.
Not like the timeline.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was.
Thick wise?
Yeah, like
not length,
front to back, not length.
Yeah,
but yeah, like because it was more square than full on rectangle.
You were impressed by its girth.
Yeah, but anyway, let's just say it was a gigantic pedal for what it was, but it was remarkably, like, I don't know, you know, I know the amp like term gets thrown around all the time now, but it really, like, it felt like an amp.
Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
So I listened to you guys test it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that thing sounds fucking. I played it too, but I was like, man.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, for anybody that loves kind of that vintagey flavor,
almost sounded fuzzy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, on the higher parameter it did,
but it did have a fuzzy bit to it.
Yeah, if you like that vintage, especially like if you're like a fan of, you know, like late 50s, early 60s guitar tones, like that thing was awesome. So, I mean, not that I don't even know, honestly, to be like straight, I don't know the full, like how far back that amp goes, but I was gonna say a lot of those tones, it's all kind of in that vein, and like Jake threw it in together with a the Bell Epoch Deluxe from Cattle and Bread, and like that immediately it sounded like every rockabilly album you've ever heard. So it was a cool combo. Let's see. Oh, Ed B Metal joined.
Yeah.
Hey Ed, how's it going?
This is cool.
Yeah, I like finally.
I'm really enjoying the fact that we have the, you know,
right,
this, which is cool, and then we can actually share links and this and that and the other thing.
Well, everybody can actually see some of the. Okay, cool. So here's Brad's reply. So he does actually do them himself, and he said Ben had been asking for the same thing. They may or may not be in work. Cool. Well, cool. Yeah, like I said, I think it'd be pretty sweet because like we would certainly use it for not only, honestly, we'd probably use it for photos a lot, but also, like I said, when we're doing these demos back here, we need basically something to hold it so that we can then have it, fairly stable, but also not have, have it getting dinged up on anything. So I think it'd be kind of cool to have one.
Because we already have a plastic one that we use that, that are used for displays.
Yeah, we just need something that doesn't like fall over if you breathe on it.
Yeah, it needs to be sturdy.
Yeah.
So what is all these link shit that Ben is throwing up here? Reverb shop. Yeah, so there's that, whatever that is.
I was say maybe they're the links to buy Brad's. I'm not sure. We might have missed part of something, but
yeah, pedal to the metal guitars. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be Brad's Reverb Shop maybe. Yeah, okay, so it is Brad's company. So yeah, Ben said it's Brad's company.
Ah, okay, excellent.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, go check those out. Definitely, if you have a desk or a business or whatever, pick one up. They're pretty cool.
They're really cool.
Yeah. People ask us about them, so
yeah,
we're gonna try to see if we can sell some, right?
Yes. Yeah, and I'll just say it has been pretty cool because like the one, I mean, I think the one you've had for quite a while now. I mean, that people ask about that one pretty much every time they grab a card. So
look, I know a guy.
Yeah,
I know a guy that does cool stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. So Jeffrey Egan. Let's see. By the way, guys, said he got a. Oh yeah, he did. You did grab that from us recently. Let us know how that is because we did not get a chance to play it before it left. You grabbed like the last. Literally like it came in and then it left. So
yeah. I think we had two.
Yeah.
And we sold as soon as I listed them. Both of them went. You got the first one, and then like 2 hours later, the other one went. So literally, they were out the door before we even got a chance to mess with them. So
so let us know how that turned out. He said it's cool, but yeah, definitely let us know if it ended up being what you wanted.
Here's the thing, though, Jeff, because it has a tube preamp. A good idea is to upgrade that 12AX7 that's in there. Put a Mullard or a tongue saw or something like that. It might actually.
Or even you can experiment with like AT7s and AY7s if you want.
If you want a little more headroom.
Yeah, like more clean headroom, like less gain on the front end. But
because all those little Bantam, Joyo Bantams are freaking cool sounding amps, man. They're the Mesa Boogie sounds great. The Tweety sounds really good too. So they're like amps for people that don't want to spend a lot of money. And if you got a cab laying around, a 112 with a decent speaker, man, it's a good.
Well, yeah, like David Burke, he was. I think he said he's just like whenever they do like their smaller gigs, he was able to just run an EQ with it, and then he just mics that up and takes that rig rather than taking his full Mesa rig.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's smart because like his Mesa rig, I mean, it's it's a high-end rig, so I wouldn't want to haul that anywhere either.
Yeah.
Unless it was absolutely worth it, but
just some crappy gig.
Yeah.
No cover charge says King Tut. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that because like I said, I didn't realize we.
Okay, this doesn't work.
Yeah. Wait, there it is.
Yeah. But now, we're in opposite land again.
Yeah.
There we go.
I was wiggling my finger.
Yeah. If the door starts, just like if the door starts to open, we need to be alerted instantaneously.
Even though there's like a little bit of a delay, we probably have at least enough of a warning to survive.
To get away. I don't want to be ingested by scarabs.
Jeff said it had a compression on it. I did not realize that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
a little mini amp with compression. That's especially for bass. That's sweet.
I was trying to explain compression to Shane the other night. He's like, "What is that? What's comp?" I'm like, "Let me show you."
Yeah.
So he kind of got it. He's like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." I'm like, "Yeah." Plugged it into my 112 V30. That's all you need. That'll work.
Yeah, that's cool. Any other new? I mean, I know we had the Life pedal, we had the Twin 12, we had the Black Star pedals, but that was like a couple weeks ago or a few weeks.
The Amped 1, those are pretty cool too. So if you guys haven't checked those out, the Black Star Amped 1, which is basically a 100-watt head.
Well, and it's a MIDI capable head, which was, I don't know. I don't think anybody's done smaller ones other than like nobody's done like a tube-driven small pedal board head that also had that capability.
And you could get tube flavors. That was
that was pretty cool. Yeah.
6L, 6V, 34s, 84s. You know, it kind of gave you the options. I thought the damn things. I mean, it was like $500.
Yeah. Well,
and it sounded freaking good, man.
Yeah, and it wasn't
a lot of applications.
It wasn't ridiculously big either. I mean, it was like, you know, the Seymour Duncan Power Stage is a very similar item, and it was pretty much the same size as one of those. So
yeah,
maybe a little bit wider because of the controls, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't much bigger.
Jacob and the Ghost.
Oh, Jacob and the Ghost. Yeah, we'll do that one first. Sorry. Oh yes, that was it. Yes, I forgot. I don't know. It's honestly been kind of a weird week, but yes, Troy Van Leeuwen in the shop was actually pretty awesome. So like supposedly I was on the guest list for the show the other night, but I didn't know because like literally my whole night would have hinged on like the memory of a rock star and a Post-it note. And so I was like, I didn't know how much I wanted to gauge on that. But to be honest, like if it had been Queens playing instead of him filling in for Dave Navarro for Jane's Addiction, like if it had been Queens of the Stone Age, I would have been there. No questions asked. But
see, I would have went.
Yeah, I probably should have. And I mean,
I would have went to that because it was Pumpkins, and I didn't even know the show was happening until I see my friends posting stuff up.
Yeah,
and I go, "Fuck, I didn't know that was tonight." But I'll also at the same time, I've been sick all week too, so I wasn't. I probably
there was that.
I wouldn't have gone, but I wanted to go.
Yeah, no, it was not only was it really expensive. If it hadn't been at Pepsi Center too, I probably would have been more. Because like I've done guest lists for other venues, like that's happened, and that's easy because usually like even if they screw it up, they can just run into the back and ask whoever would put you on the list.
Right.
But like at Pepsi Center, it's like they're gonna go running around trying to find Troy Van Leeuwen.
Yeah. Can you go?
Can you find the dude that's filling in for the other dude that's supposed to be here, and then like tell him that?
Troy are buds. Just go find him. He's got a little thing on his.
But no, it was. I don't know. It was really cool though meeting him, and to be honest, like I'll remember that probably more than I would of the show anyway. So, but yeah, he hung out at the shop for like 2 hours, played pedals. It was actually really cool because he was. Anybody who knows Queens of the Stone Age knows like they don't do anything normal in terms of their gear. Like that's kind of their, I don't want to say that's their shtick, but that is sort of their thing is like they don't record with any guitars that are just like normal everyday, you know, like Strats or Les Pauls, which I don't know. I think I know what they're saying, but I still think that's a little funny. But the pedals that they use are what's more interesting. Like so he ended up buying, which I don't know if Grizzly Mike's watching today. Sometimes he watches, but
I don't know.
Probably not. So a long time ago, we had bought this old Ibanez. It was the ME 300, not the UE 300. So there was two different like 3 pedals in the box, like big multi-effects pedals that Ibanez had made back in the 80s. And for a while, the ME 300, the one we had, it has a 808, even though it has like the foot switches for the TS9s. It was like that in between period where they were moving from the 808 to the 9. And so for a long time, people would literally buy that ME 300. They would rip the tube screamer out of it, scrap the rest, and just use that as for their, you know, they would have somebody rehouse the tube screamer portion. And so they're really rare. But anyway, that was like the main one he zeroed in on because he actually knew exactly what it was for the stereo chorus, and he realized like it was an intact one. So yeah, when he zoned in on that, it was cool because like at least, you know, I was able to tell him all about Mike and all that, and like that, you know, that he was actually a guy that mattered.
The original guy.
Yeah, who bought it, you know, fresh and like the whole thing, and like
and who was also a gigging playing musician for years and years and years. So,
but it was cool to know that like that particular pedal, because he wasn't buying it for Jane's, like he was buying it specifically for Queens. And so it was like cool to know that like that was gonna hopefully end up somewhere in whatever Queens was working on, because he said they were working on some new stuff. So it'd be kind of cool if that one somehow slipped its way in somewhere, but you never know.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. But it's always nice when guys stop in the shop that dig the stuff that we have and want to you know, and find something they like. Yeah, you know, it was cool like when
he really liked our shop for like one, not being a GC, because he said he was like, no offense to the GCs in Denver, but they looked really boring. And I was like, good call. But I was like, good call, because they are. And then it was like 2, it was just cool because he was like very much into, you know, like some of the offbeat stuff. And so it's like it was kind of fun to just, I don't know, I guess have a guy that's on that level, but still just be able to chat with him about pedals the same way we would with any customer. Like he was very normal in that sense, because you never know how, some of the more famous customers we've had, sometimes they're, sometimes they can be a little more standoffish, sometimes they can be really friendly. I would definitely put him more in like the very friendly side. Yeah, and then it was funny because Wolfgang was there. I forgot to tell everybody about that. So Wolf's there, and he's like, Wolf does not give a shit who he is. Right. And so it was just funny because like Wolf's just like going on and on about all this shit, and he's doing this whole thing where he describes pedals, but he's like,
so Wolfgang. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Wolfgang is one of our longtime customers. He's German.
Yes.
And he's got a thick German accent. So when he comes in, it's funny because I saw like a Henning Pauly, small clip where Henning's going,
yeah, it's got to be a German thing or something.
And I'm like, holy fuck, that's got to be a German thing.
Yeah. Because Wolf does the exact same thing.
Wolf does the exact same thing when he goes, yeah, the pedal sounds like woo woo woo. I don't fucking John Mayer. Because he hates John Mayer.
Yeah, hates John Mayer, yeah.
He hates pretty much everything. Let's keep.
Yeah, to a point. Yeah, he's basically.
He's just a grumpy old German. Man.
Well, he's also a German that was in like the punk scene, in the late 70s. So it's like OG punks. So.
Yeah. So he's just a grumpy old German, and he'll say anything. Like we had this one kid that lost his front teeth because he fell down or something. I don't remember exactly. And so he's buying a pedal, and Wolfgang goes, "Why are you spending money on a pedal? You should buy some teeth." And all of us are like, "Oh my God, Wolf, stop, man! You don't tell the kid to buy teeth."
Probably the one thing he's the most self-conscious about.
Yeah,
the one thing
that's what he zeroed in on. It's like, you should buy some teeth. We'll buy a pedal. Like,
yeah, it was so mean, but
yeah, that was pretty funny. I think I thought it was funny. Yeah, so that's our boy Wolfgang. He's a trip. All right, what do we got in here? Quentin James. Speaking of trips, Quentin James is in the house, and he says, "Look, I'm pressing buttons. Hi there, youngsters." Dylan's the youngster. I'm not that far behind you, brother.
Although I do appreciate it when Quentin calls to make sure we're all right.
Yes, when there are when there are big tragedies happening.
Yeah. Because even when it happens, like 30 miles away, he still calls to make sure we're okay.
Well, I think we asked if he was okay the last time there was something going on.
That tornado that went through, that went through his part of Kentucky, right?
Mm-hmm. Fairly close, I believe. So
no cover charge says they wish they had a cool name like Wolfgang. Yeah. I mean, especially too, because like
you call him Wolf.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, what's the worst that could happen is your nickname is Wolf? Then it's even cooler. Yeah.
I mean, I think Ike's a pretty cool nickname. Mm-hmm. I'll take it. I'll take my nickname. Hey, Janice, what's happening? Good to see you. Yeah, Ben Coombs says.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
Yeah. And remember, kids, Ben Coombs says.
Yeah. Remember, Ben Coombs says, hit the like button. It's for your algorithm.
It's for your health.
Everybody gets to meet us here for drinking coffee and donuts and shit.
Well, again, it's it's a simulated flip side counter experience.
Yeah. There he is. Right here.
Metalhead?
Yeah, go up there. Oh. Yeah, there he is. What's going on, Metalhead? Good to see you, bro. Glad you popped in. It's always awesome to see Metalhead Hippies here chilling with us. Headwop says, do the viewers even know that Ike is a nickname? I don't know. Do you guys know that Ike is my nickname?
Yeah, one, and then two, I think it's more interesting how you got to Ike via your dad, obviously. Yeah. But I think like the arrival at Ike out of a very Italian name is very interesting to me.
Yeah, I agree. Coombs knows. Yeah, Coombs knows what's going on there.
Well, to say anybody that's a friend with you on Facebook, I guess, might know. But
because they know there's no other way to find me.
Right.
This, it's like you're not going to find me searching for Ike. Well, it's funny because I got to explain that to people. Jake said that He knew me for like 2 years before he knew my real name. So I like to keep it that way. It's like when people call him, like the only people that call me by my real name is they're looking for money.
Right.
They're either family or they're looking for money.
Well, that's why I've also learned to delineate between Anthony, Tony, Tone, and then Ike. Like that's the order that it like they're getting a little closer as it goes through those. It's like if you ask for Anthony, you don't know him. If you ask for Tony, you might know him, but not that well. If you ask for Tone, then you're probably younger than him, but you've met him. And then finally Ike, then you know him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if they ask for Anthony, it's usually going to be family,
right?
Or they probably don't know,
right?
Tony's not really one that I get very often.
No.
But there are some. It's funny because I have a couple vendors that are old vendors that still call me Tony because I was using my like real name.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, well, I'm trying to be professional. Let me use my real name.
Right.
And then it's just never dropped. And then after that, I was like, yeah, fuck that professional shit. This is me.
Yeah.
It says Tone King. Yeah, there's already one of those somewhere, right? So Gordophonic Records says, hello, Anthony. Have you heard the good news? What good news? That's Gordo, by the way, our buddy Gordo that works at the shop. So I don't know what he's got going on. What's
Gordo
going on,
either
Gordo?
Recently found Jesus or something else happened.
I was going to say, are you asking me if I heard the good news? Like it's the good book or something? Or
brother, have you heard the good news?
Have you heard the good news, brother? No, I have not. Jebediah. Jebediah Records. Jebediah.
Yeah, that one doesn't.
Jebephonic. No, something like that.
Well, that, and it's funny now because like with Gordo, like now I can't see Gordon Lightfoot without thinking Gordo Leadfoot.
Yeah.
Like because it's like it's just like
Gordon Leadfoot, isn't it? Or
Gordon
Lightfoot, it's just Gordon Leadfoot.
Yeah, because But I was gonna say it's funny because like now I can't see like Gordon Lightfoot without thinking of Gordo.
Yeah.
Because it just
So howdy, fellas. I'm late. Hey, Rody, what's happening?
Gordo.
Brother Jesus God.
Yeah, Anthony, the 14th apostle.
There is a Saint Anthony. He helps you find shit when it's lost. But who helps Saint Anthony find stuff when Saint Anthony's lost?
And Saint Anthony, his pose is just.
Yeah. This is the patron saint of lost stuff.
I don't know.
Oh shit! What else? We're missing a few things in here. Metalhead Hippie. Here, grab that one.
The big one.
Yeah. Want one of the shop T-shirts Dylan's wearing? Any chance? Flipside Crew shirts, maybe. Flipside Crew shirts are in the works. We're gonna do the either Dickies.
Oh, this one. He didn't mean this one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
You want the T-shirt?
Yeah, he meant the shop shirt, not the. I thought he meant the T-shirt.
They're in the works. I'll get you, Hippie. I'll get you one. I'm talking to Andrew, our guy. So they're either going to be Dickies, Red Cap, or whatever the other one is. That's kind of like that. I'm trying to find the ones that don't have. So what I want to do is have regular ones that fit normally because a lot of these shirts are built for dudes that are.
Yeah.
Have extended midsections. So I want to find ones that have both.
Well, because even
like a standard and then one that's for the guy. Because there's guys that are a bit smaller than us or slimmer or don't that.
Well, that are like I think we both run into shit of like most of our stuff sized off of. Now I am on the heavy side, but still my shoulders like still set the tone for everything else.
Right.
So it's
that's the situation I run.
Yeah, and it's like even though I'm heavy, like it's not like my gut's bigger than my shoulders or some shit.
Right.
So.
That's the kind of where I get.
Yeah.
I have the shoulders, so I can kind of I don't look that fat.
Yeah.
But my problem is I have lost some weight. So what's going on is that the belly's not quite there, and now
certain shirts.
So my shirts look like I'm fucking wearing a tent, and the Dickies can be one of those.
Yeah.
Where it's like, wow, look at there's a lot more space. So I'm trying to figure out the best ones we can get. Also, it needs to be affordable. We're trying to figure out whether we want to do embroidery or if we want to do screen print. But I got my nephew who lives in Brooklyn, who's throwing me some ideas for some stuff because he's all hipstery and
Tyler?
Yeah. So I was talking to him the other day, and he's like, "Uncle Tony, I see this in the city all the time. I see this over here. I see this." And I'm like, some of that shit I don't want because he's.
Well, I was gonna say he does. Yeah, he's a little
bit more trendy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's certainly okay. Yeah.
That's okay. I gotta,
Well, no,
I'm open to shit.
Yeah, he'll keep us appraised.
Yeah. Because us, we're like, yeah, whatever. We don't care. Black T-shirt, done.
Yes, exactly. Well, I feel like Shane obviously falls into the same. Yeah. Black T-shirt, jeans.
Shane's like, black T-shirt from the fucking ARC store? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only got one hole in it. I'm in.
So, no cover charge gas, obviously, as you guys can read. How did you guys like the earthquackery devices, Hyzometus fuzz? So he's basically saying he collects EQD and is wondering if he should get one. I personally say yes. Yeah. Like that, I think that was one of the coolest fuzzes they've. Now I know it's in the Big Muff family, but for lower tuning stuff like that, like I'll be honest, like I like the Hyzometus way more than I like the hoof. But like I said, I don't.
And the hoof's not a bad.
Yeah, the hoof's not bad. I've always liked the hoof, but
I like I would get the.
In the hierarchy of like earthquaker fuzzes, I would put the Hyzometus above the hoof, in my opinion.
Me too. I would do the same.
Yeah. And before I miss too many more, because I think we are missing. What did Brody say here?
I don't know.
Oh, they're just kind of chatting with each other.
Chatting away.
Yeah. Okay.
Ben Coon says he needs a
for formal occasions. Yeah.
Well, we actually call these our dress blacks.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
They're like, hey, we got to make sure we're wearing our dress black.
Well, and like anytime we've had to go to like any of the Blue Star shit, this is as fancy as it gets.
If we have to go to a function, those are the shirts we wear.
Yeah.
We scrapped the T-shirts.
I think I wore black jeans. I did. Yeah, I wore black jeans with this. Then that's our formal attire.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the hat also buys me at least buys me one suit. I feel like in order of dapperness. All right. Kind of chatting away. Okay.
What's this? Music Therapy Laz, right there. What's he saying?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. What's up, dudes? Music working on lurking. Everyone can watch the chat on here.
Yeah.
What's happening, Music Therapy Laz? Good to see you. I'm glad you popped in and said hello to us. Hippie needs a hoodie. It's cold in Alaska.
Actually, a flip side hoodie, that's another one we do. Yeah, somebody was asking about those. So, yeah, we do need to get hoodies going.
I'm working on that. Actually, we got the guys over at Texas Toast. Just so you know, this whole thing is a part of a Thursday night guitar extravaganza. Starts out with us, then goes over to the guys at Texas Toast Guitars at 5 o'clock, and they talk a bunch of stuff about guitars. And after that, it goes to Dylan talks tone, and he talks tone.
Yes.
And then that's the whole Thursday night primetime guitar, blah, blah, blah stuff. So anyway, one of the guys, I was at Texas Toast yesterday. Actually, Doc is from Canada.
Oh, okay.
So I got to bring his case. I got one over here for him. But then another gentleman there who actually bought a Willys just like mine.
Oh,
he's waiting on it. He's from Alaska. So
okay, nice.
we were talking about plugging in cars and such. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with all that shit, but anyway, hoodies, yes.
Here's one from Quentin. What do you guys think is going to be the hot Christmas seller for guitar? The new H90 is a bit pricey. H90? Does that ring a bell for you?
Yeah, it just came out yesterday.
What was it?
It's the 2-channel stereo H9.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that'll rock the boat a bit.
Apparently, I missed the memo on that.
I did not know. Yeah,
I didn't order any of those.
That's going to be hard to argue.
We just got a lot going on. I can't wait until we're fucking in
until we don't have split. Yeah, we have split kind of attention right now.
It's been a little bit difficult, but yeah, that H90 looks super cool. I saw. I heard people chatting about it, and I watched a video, and I was like, man, that thing sounds cool. So we probably do need to get them. But what's going to be the new hotness for 2022? I don't know, because there might be some stuff that's going to be dropped soon.
Well, I was going to say already this year. I mean, was the special cranker this year? I think so. Yeah. I think so. Because I was going to say the special cranker, I mean, honestly, like any of the any of the 99, I like, at least for us, like a lot of the $99 stuff, but especially, and honestly, I wish JHS would not reconsider the 3 series, but I wish they would maybe, and it probably does factor into how expensive they are. But I do feel like they are very blank and they don't have a lot of, they don't have a lot going on. And so I feel like at least this time of year, we do really good with the plumes. And I can't imagine that the special cranker is also not going to do really well now that it's out. Because any of the 99, because a lot of people love like a $99 like stocking stuffer that they can literally fit in a stocking. Those tend to be like, at least in years previous, like the plumes was always a huge seller for us this time of year. But now that we have the special cranker too, it could it could be a little more on that side of things. In terms of guitars, I mean, that's tough. I mean, I don't feel
Guitar Man 45, man, you should have, well, I wish we would have had it. Anyway, you could have called me, we would have worked something out. Who is Guitar Man 45? Do we know who that is? Like
by name, right off? I'm not sure. I feel like I should, but
so go back on. Maybe we can figure it out by the guitar, or maybe Wait, why does that picture look familiar?
Because it's a Les Paul and a Strat.
I know, but I feel like I've seen that.
I know.
I feel like I've seen that. Anyway, so I don't know what's going to be the hot thing.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure. Because like,
here's the thing, though. Everybody's crying about pricing and everything, which is understandable. So I think we're going to see the hotter thing's going to be a little bit cheaper, and I think that's what you're saying with the special cranker and like the plumes. Those are great things for that. Actually, I got to put some orders in for like Music Nomad stuff. We should do a video this year about.
Yeah, we've done them previously, sort of with Matt from Texas Toast, but we should actually like do our own like Christmas list this year because
cool things that non-guitarists can give guitarists.
Yeah, well, because to be honest, like, and I mean honestly, I think anybody that plays guitar probably can vouch for this, or at least has experienced this. It's like once you get to a certain point with your stuff, it's harder for your family to buy shit for you than it is to buy like clothes for you. Like to buy gear for you is much harder than that because like they don't know, like they know you like the stuff and they might hear you talk about it, but it's like if they're gonna go and drop $800 or $900 on either a new guitar or some crazy new pedal or whatever it might be, that is so specific that I feel like if you're wanting to be like surprised, those are not the things that are gonna get, like you're gonna get. Maybe some people are lucky enough to be surprised with $900 things that they randomly said off key that, hey, I want one of those. Yeah. But like most people are not. Most people are gonna get.
You're gonna get a $30.
Yeah, you're gonna get like some accessory. You're gonna get, like you said, the Music Nomad stuff. That actually is always every year that the guitar care and like fret care stuff. All that stuff sells this time of year. And then the other side of it is like the cheaper effects that you could buy somebody that's not necessarily going to be something that they already had. Because like the special cranker, I feel like could edge its way as time goes on. It could edge its way to where it's similar to the plumes if you want something like with more texture or more, a little more variety than just some of the other like $99 overdrives. So I think that's where that stuff all starts to kind of. Are we getting close? Yeah, I guess
we're getting close. Yeah.
But anyway, I think this time of year, like you said, those are the things that somebody who is not a guitar player, who does have a family member that plays, they can be like, yeah, that's something I'll take a chance on.
I think Gordophonic Records nailed it.
One more.
Oh shit.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Get an Ebo, which is available here at Flipside.
And also, I think those are oddly also $99.
Yeah.
They are. And they will also fit in a stocking. So Gordo's right about that too.
Absolutely right. Well, he's got to justify me bringing those in.
Yes.
So, but I also saw. Here you go. This is another great option. Tell family you want a Flipside gift card because you can just go to the website and there's a little button. Boom, right online, done, easy peasy. You know what we should do? We should actually do a couple cool things on the live stream that maybe discount codes. Maybe we do a discount code for a gift certificate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like take 10% off of a gift certificate. So if you buy $100 gift certificate for $90.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of if that'll.
Oh, it'll.
I mean, we can make it work.
Yeah.
I was like, we can force it to work, but I'm trying to figure out if the system will.
Hey, Zim's Guitars. What's up, dude? He's got a cool shop.
Where at?
I think it's California. Is that right, Zim? He's got a cool shop. I've watched him on the live streams with the dudes, and then I've checked out the store. It's a cool little shop. I dig it.
Whenever I hear the name Zim, I always think of Invader Zim. But
who's Invader Zim?
He's like this funny, weird little alien that like puts on like basically like a human costume, and then he has this little robot that puts on like a dog costume, and he goes to school every day. So he's basically, because he's the size of a child, so he has
Mesa, Arizona. That was close.
But anyway, yeah, Invaders. It's a funny show, but they I think they used a Beastie Boys song, and it was a kids thing, and so that was what Nickelodeon ended up kicking them off a while back. But it was kind of a funny show. But anytime I hear that name,
No cover charge says he wants the big sign in the back. That's a 4-foot sign, by the way. That's going to be the sign that's going to be on the building. So, oh shit,
it looks like we are going into Texas Toast
time. So we're going to let you guys go. We appreciate you hanging out. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of the well wishes and sympathy and stuff for Ange. You guys have a good weekend. Go buy some cool stuff. We're going to think about some cool promo stuff that we're going to do here through the Christmas season. Because of those of you guys that watch us pretty often, we want to reward some of you guys for that.
Yeah, and the closer we get to getting this room settled too, stay tuned, because we'll probably start doing some like impromptu streams just to test some things out. So
yeah,
because we want to kind of dial it in before we're like over here. So
yep, we got to put those rugs. See, there's 2 rugs right there. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna be.
It's gonna bring the room together.
It's really gonna. Yeah, it's really gonna tie it together.
Yeah.
All right, from us to you. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Yeah. Oh shit, I don't have it.
Yeah, we don't have like a normal end. There we go.